Hey ladies, did you know that most men's deepest needs in a relationship go beyond what we typically think of? It's not just about appearance or physical connection, it's about feeling valued, understood, and supported. The problem? Well, most men won't come out and tell you exactly what they need. But today, I'm going to let you in on the secret. Number 12. Physical affection beyond the bedroom. Many women believe that men only want one thing in a relationship: sex. While physical intimacy is undoubtedly important to men, sometimes what men want most is physical touch that isn't connected to sex. Let me explain with an example. Imagine your man has had a tough day at work. Now he comes home feeling drained and stressed, and you greet him with a warm hug. You sit close to him on the couch and maybe even rest your head on his shoulder. Perhaps you cuddle during a movie or hold his hand during a walk. Now these small, gentle touches can mean the world to a man, even more than sex at times. You see, men often struggle to express their emotional needs. These small physical gestures communicate love, support, and acceptance in a way words often can't. Without these touches, he might feel distant or disconnected, but with them, well, you'll notice his body relax, his stress ease, and his connection to you deepen. So how can you provide this kind of affection? It's all about the little everyday moments. There's no need to overthink or plan, just let it happen naturally. Wrap your arms around him, run your fingers through his hair, or hold him close without expecting anything in return. These seemingly small acts create a profound sense of connection and security. Number 11. Reassurance of his masculinity. Have you ever noticed how confident a man feels when you acknowledge his masculinity? Men are hardwired to thrive on feeling like a protector, a provider, and someone their partner can rely on. When you tap into this instinct, you give him a sense of purpose that deepens his connection to you. Reassuring a man of his masculinity doesn't mean stroking his ego unnecessarily. It's about showing him that you value his strength, depend on him in certain ways, and see him as someone you can trust and admire. Here's an example. Say your car needs fixing or you're feeling overwhelmed by a problem. Instead of handling it all yourself, ask him for help. Let him know that you rely on his ability to handle the situation. And when he does step up, express your appreciation. A simple, "You're so strong," or "I feel so safe with you," or "I don't know what I'd do without you," can work wonders. And why is this important? Well, men have been protectors throughout history, and in today's world, they don't face the same challenges as their ancestors, but the instinct remains. And when you acknowledge his masculinity, well, you're fulfilling a fundamental need that society often overlooks. To practice this, notice the things that he does for you and compliment him on them. Let him know that you appreciate his effort, strength, and reliability. It's not about making him feel like he has to be perfect. It's about letting him know that you see and value his role in your life. Number 10. Say what you want. No guessing games. Ladies, let's talk about communication. One of the biggest mistakes women make in a relationship is expecting their partner to read their mind. While this might seem like a way to test how well he knows you, it often backfires and creates unnecessary tension. Here's an example. Imagine your man spends more time with his friends than you'd like, or maybe he forgot something that you asked for. Instead of addressing the issue directly, you stay silent, hoping that he'll figure out that you're upset. And he notices your mood and he tries to guess, but when he gets it wrong, will you feel even more frustrated? Does that sound familiar? Well, the truth is, men are simple creatures when it comes to emotions. They don't always pick up on subtle cues, especially when they're preoccupied with their own thoughts or routines. And by expecting him to guess, well, you're setting him up for failure and creating unnecessary conflict. Instead, say exactly what's on your mind. If you feel neglected, let him know. If you're upset about something he did, explain it calmly. Direct communication not only prevents misunderstandings, but it also shows him that you trust him enough to share your feelings openly. This approach keeps your relationship clear, simple, and free of unnecessary drama. Men truly appreciate when their partner is straightforward. It takes the pressure off and makes the relationship feel more secure. Number 9. Trust his decisions. Have you ever second-guessed your man's decisions or tried to take control of a situation because you weren't sure he'd handle it the way you would? Trusting his decisions is one of the most important ways to show respect in a relationship. When you trust his choices, whether it's about a career move, planning a vacation, or solving a small problem, it gives him confidence. Doubting or questioning him too often can make him feel insecure or like, you don't believe in his abilities. And over time, this can create tension or even resentment. Now, this doesn't mean you shouldn't share your opinions. Healthy relationships are built on collaboration, but there's a difference between offering advice and constantly challenging his judgment. Men need to feel like their partner believes in them and respects their ability to lead in certain situations. Here's an example. If your partner decides to take a new job or make a big purchase, instead of immediately listing your concerns, start by acknowledging his thought process. Say something like, "I trust you to make the right decision." This builds his confidence and opens the door for a constructive conversation where both of you can share your thoughts. Trust is the foundation of any strong relationship, and when you show him that you believe in his abilities, it strengthens your bond and makes him feel valued. Number 8. A safe space for his feelings. Ladies, let's talk about something most men struggle with: expressing their emotions. Society often tells men to be tough and suppress their feelings and, to man up no matter what they're going through. But here's the truth. Men have emotions just like women, and they deeply crave a safe space where they can let their guard down. Imagine your man is dealing with stress. Maybe he lost his job, he had a falling out with a friend, or he's just feeling overwhelmed by the responsibilities. He might not openly share his feelings right away because he's been conditioned to think that showing vulnerability is a weakness. That's where you come in. One of the most powerful things that you can do for a man is to create an environment where he feels safe enough to share his emotions. This means listening without judgment, offering support without trying to fix everything, and simply being present when he needs you. For instance, if he's visibly upset about something and he doesn't want to talk, just sit with him. Maybe place a reassuring hand on his back and just let him know that you're there when he's ready. Now, it's important to remember that this isn't about forcing him to open up. It's about making him feel comfortable enough to do so in his own time. And when you provide that safe space, you're showing him that you accept all parts of him, even the vulnerable ones. That acceptance builds trust and strengthens your bond in a way that few other things can. Number 7. Give him space for himself. Here's a mistake many women make, thinking that love means spending every waking moment together. And while quality time is essential in a relationship, so is giving your man space to be himself. Now, men need time to recharge, pursue their hobbies, and maintain their own identity outside of the relationship. Maybe he likes to watch the game with his friends, go fishing, play video games, or even just enjoy some solitude. Whatever it is important to give him the freedom to do these things without feeling guilty or obligated to always be with you. Now, this doesn't mean that he doesn't want to spend time with you. Quite the opposite. When you give him the space he needs, he's more likely to appreciate the time you do spend together. Now, it creates a healthy balance where both of you can thrive as individuals and as a couple. Now, if you're feeling uneasy about giving him space, remember this. It's not about pulling away or losing the connection. It's about understanding that a little distance can actually strengthen your bond. And when he has time to miss you and reflect on the relationship, he'll come back to you with even more appreciation and affection. So the next time that he wants to spend a weekend with his friends or needs an evening to himself, encourage it. Show him that you trust him to maintain the relationship while also taking care of his own needs. That balance is key to a happy, lasting partnership. Number 6. Consistency in your behavior. Let's be honest. Have you ever had a moment where your emotions got the best of you and you acted differently than you usually would? Maybe one day you're warm and loving and the next, you're distant and cold. While it's natural for emotions to fluctuate, inconsistency in behavior can confuse your man and make him doubt the stability of the relationship. Men value consistency because it builds trust. When they know what to expect from you, your kindness, your support, your reactions, well, it creates a sense of emotional security. Inconsistent behavior, on the other hand, can make a man feel like he's walking on eggshells, unsure of how to navigate the relationship. Now, this doesn't mean that you have to suppress your emotions or always be cheerful. It's about maintaining open communication and being transparent about what you're feeling. For example, if you've had a rough day and aren't in the best mood, well, let him know up front, hey, I'm feeling stressed today, so I might be a little quiet. Now, this kind of honesty helps him understand where you're coming from and prevents unnecessary misunderstandings. Consistency isn't about being perfect. It's about being reliable. And when your man knows that he can count on you to be steady and honest, it deepens the emotional connection and makes the relationship feel more secure for the both of you. Number 5. Men need a challenge. Ladies, here's a secret. Men love a challenge. It's not just about their competitive nature, it's about feeling engaged and stimulated in the relationship. When everything comes too easily, they can lose interest. But when you create a dynamic that's challenging him in a healthy way, it keeps things exciting and keeps him invested. What kind of challenges are we talking about? Well, it's not about playing games or making him jump through hoops. It's about encouraging him to grow, pushing him to step outside of his comfort zone, and keeping the spark alive by being a woman who's confident and independent. For instance, let's say you're both working on fitness goals. Challenge him to a friendly competition who can hit their target first. Or maybe you're planning a trip together. Let him take lead on some aspects while you handle the others, creating a sense of teamwork and mutual growth. A challenge can also mean setting boundaries and standards for yourself. Men respect women who know their worth and don't settle for less. And when he sees that you have your own goals, passions, and expectations, it inspires him to rise to the occasion and be the best version of himself. The key is to keep the challenge fun and positive. It's not about creating unnecessary conflict. It's about fostering a dynamic where both of you push each other to grow and succeed. Number 4. Confidence from you. Let's talk about one of the most important things a man needs from his partner. Confidence. And no, I'm not talking about his confidence. I'm talking about yours. Men are naturally drawn to women who are confident in themselves, and when you carry yourself with self-assurance, it shows him that you value yourself and that you expect to be treated with respect. This kind of energy is magnetic, and it sets the tone for how he approaches the relationship. Confidence from you also means believing in him. Men face insecurities just like anyone else, and knowing that their partner has faith in their abilities can be a huge boost. For example, if he's taking on new challenges at work or pursuing a personal goal, your encouragement can make all the difference. Simple words like, I know you've got this, or I'm proud of you, show him that you see his potential and believe in his ability to succeed. But confidence isn't just about what you say, it's about how you carry yourself as well. When you prioritize your own well-being, pursue your passions, and maintain your independence, it shows him that you're a strong, self-assured partner. And that kind of energy inspires him to step up and be the best version of himself. So, ladies, remember, confidence is contagious. And when you bring it into your relationship, you create a dynamic that is built on mutual respect, support, and admiration. And that's the kind of love that lasts. Number 3, appreciate what he does. Ladies, here's something that many women overlook. Men deeply crave appreciation for the things that they do, whether it's the big gestures like planning a vacation or the small everyday acts like taking out the trash or fixing something around the house. Your acknowledgement can make a world of difference. Men often express their love through actions rather than words, so when he puts in the effort, whether it's for you, the relationship, or even himself, showing gratitude lets him know that you notice and value what he brings to the table. Without that appreciation, he might start feeling unrecognized or undervalued, which can lead to frustration or distance. Let me give you an example. Imagine he surprises you by cooking dinner after a long day. Even if it's something simple like spaghetti, instead of just saying thanks, Take it a step further. I love how thoughtful you are. This means so much to me. That extra bit of acknowledgement not only makes him feel good, but it also encourages him to keep showing up for you in those meaningful ways. The key here is sincerity. Men can sense when praise is genuine and when it's just surface level. So, focus on specific things that he does and express how they make you feel. A little gratitude goes a long way in making him feel valued and respected. Number 2. Support his ambitions. Ladies, let's talk about dreams and ambitions. Men are naturally wired to seek purpose and success in life, whether it's advancing in their careers, mastering a skill, or achieving a personal goal. One of the most powerful things that you can do for your man is to stand by him and support his aspirations. This does not mean that you have to agree with everything or sacrifice your own dreams. It's about being his cheerleader and showing him that you believe in his potential. For instance, if he's working hard on a project or considering a career change, even a simple "I believe in you" can mean the world to him. Encouraging words like these fuel his confidence and motivate him to push through challenges. But support isn't just verbal. It's also about actions. Maybe he needs some extra time to focus on a goal, or perhaps he values your input on a decision that he's making. Being there for him, whether it's by listening, offering advice, or just giving him the space when needed, shows him that you're invested in his success. Men thrive on the idea that their partner sees their potential and is rooting for them. When you support his ambitions, you're not just helping him achieve the goals, you're strengthening the foundation of your relationship by showing that you're a team working toward a shared future. Number 1. Emotional independence. Lastly, let's touch on something that men value deeply in a partnership: emotional independence. While being connected and supportive in a relationship is important, men are also drawn to women who have their own sense of identity, passions, and emotional stability. What does emotional independence look like? It's about not relying on him to make you happy or validate your self-worth. Instead, it's about being secure in who you are and bringing that confidence into the relationship. When a man sees that you're happy and fulfilled on your own, it takes the pressure off of him to complete you and allows the relationship to grow in a balanced way. For example, if he's had a rough day and needs some space to decompress, your emotional independence allows you to give him that without taking it personally. Similarly, if he's busy with work or a personal project, you're able to focus on your own interests and goals rather than feeling neglected. Emotional independence doesn't mean being distant or unavailable. It's about showing him that you're a partner, not someone who's entirely dependent on him for fulfillment. This balance of connection and independence creates a dynamic where both of you can thrive individually and as a couple. And there you have it. The 12 things that men really need from a woman. Now, these aren't just wants. They're building blocks of a fulfilling, connected, and lasting relationship. Remember, it's not about changing who you are or doing all the work. It's about creating balance, understanding his needs, and showing up as your confident, independent, and loving self. When you give a man what he truly needs, he'll naturally feel drawn closer to you, and your relationship will thrive. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with your friends who might need a little guidance in their love lives. And I'd love to hear from you, so drop a comment below and tell me which of these points resonated with you the most. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.